Welcome to NXT review. Performance, the Performance Center edition. I see. Not Full Sail University this week. I believe they said they had a school event going on over there. So now it is going to be at the Performance Center this week. Does it really look any different? A little. You could tell it's in the Performance Center, of course, but they did what they best to make it look like Full Sail University, where they usually do NXT at. So it looked okay, I will say that. Even with, Mauro Ranallo standing up from the crow's nest of NXT up there, they look like they got it settled out to make it look like they could make it look like pretty much the Full Sail University and everything. But of course, we got Beth Phoenix back on commentary this week after being RKO last week when everybody cheered for it. Nigel McGuinness and Mauro Ranallo back on commentary, and we kick off this show tonight with Keith Lee versus Cameron Grimes for the North American Championship. Or some like to say Keith Lee versus Trevor Lee. It's the battle of the Lees right now, but this match was great, of course, and this is, come on, what did you expect? You got Keith Lee out there, especially doing that crazy Grizzly Magnum chest chop that nearly killed Grimes out there at one point, which the fans chanted one more time then right after that. Pretty much knock him out of the ring, pretty much catching Cameron Grimes again, trying to go for a power bomb, but it did not work. And he tried to get him with a senton from the apron, but Keith Lee caught him again and tried to go for another spirit bomb, but Grimes was able to get out of there, pretty much come in and try to do a suicide dive and everything, have to get back in the ring, but Keith Lee was trying to go back for the spirit bomb again. Still did not work. He was really trying to go for that spirit bomb out there, but Grimes ended up hitting Keith Lee with a crossbody at one point throughout the match. Pretty much come back from commercial then. Grimes trying to hit him with a deadlift with German, but it did not work, just due to Keith Lee's bigger size than him, of course, and trying to hit him with multiple kicks right after. Grimes pretty much got out of the spirit bomb again, hit him with a big Superman punch, or hit him with a big forearm out there. Grimes pretty much leading in with several kicks, and somehow, some way, was able to do a deadlift German suplex on him, which they kept saying Keith Lee is almost like 300 pounds. So gotta give it to the strength of Cameron Grimes out there, especially even deadlift Keith Lee. But Grimes ended up putting him with a tornado DDT. Then he was about to set up to go for the cave in, but Keith Lee caught him then and got him with a pounce, and then pretty much hit him with the Big Bang jackhammer right there for the win, which pretty much Keith Lee still retained the North American title. Great match, let me say that right off the back. Very great match between both of these guys. Enjoyed it a lot, because I'm sure everybody knew Keith Lee was going to win anyways, but to go against Grimes out there, that was a very great match, okay? But after that, Damian Priest ended up coming out and hitting Keith Lee in the back with a kendo stick. It looked like taking him down. Dijak came out for the save as Priest ran off. Dijak pretty much had the title then, but he tried to help Keith Lee up. Keith Lee pretty much hit Dijak with a big spirit bomb, knocking him all the way, just knocking him down. That spirit bomb looked crazy. I guess he thought he hit him with it. So Keith Lee was just trying to regain his senses until he took down Dijak and, hit him with the spirit bomb. So, good match. Really great match. Of course, they still got Dijak and Priest still kind of going for the title too, but they're kind of in their own feud right now. But they're still, in a way, connected to the whole North American title thing going on. So at least they still trying to get both of these feuds mixed together right now. I still think it's gonna be a fatal 4-way takeover. I expect that to happen. 9 times out of 10, it could be Keith Lee, Grimes, Dijak, and Priest for the North American title at NXT Takeover. But hey, we'll see. Okay. Next we had Dakota Kai versus Mia Yim in the qualifying match for #1 contenders match at NXT TakeOver Tampa for the ladder match. Like I said, Mia Yim and Dakota Kai. Not a bad match, I will say that. I kind of figured Mia Yim was going to win. Of course, Gonzalez, the big heavy there for Dakota Kai, got involved throughout this match, and Kai ended up rolling Mia Yim up with the tights, but the referee was distracted. Mia Yim was able to get out of there and hit her with the protect your neck. I still thought it was like a code breaker, but the protect your neck for the win right there to win the match. But right after Gonzalez ended up beating up Mia Yim and hitting her with a big, I don't think it was like a choke slam, but it was like a power button. No, it was like a Uranagi slam. They said pretty much had about a leg of it too. So a big slam on Mia Yim, knocking her to the ground as she got up and walked away. Right after that, then they talked to Tommaso Ciampa in the back, who was just arriving at the Performance Center. Mackenzie Mitchell, well, I remember her. Yeah, was she an Impact not that long ago? But Ciampa ended up pretty much walking off, pretty much saying his way before entering the building. Next, of course, we got more Killer Cross promo videos, which I believe one of them may have Scarlett Bordeaux in it. So I think they're going to be using them as a package deal out there. Kushida went against Raul Mendoza. Good match. Not much I can really say from this, but a solid win for Kushida, just getting the win out there. Mendoza's not bad in the ring. I believe mostly just there for enhancement, especially with a lot of guys he goes against. But Kushida getting the win right here, not bad, especially with the Spanish Fly hoverboard move he does. So, the hoverboard in general is a submission move, but going for the Spanish Fly version. But yeah, good win for Kushida right here, because honestly, I don't know what Kushida's been doing around in NXT half the time, if you ask me, other than him getting thrown in that trash can last time. At least he's got a win this time. I think the last person he faced was Adam Cole, if I remember. But yeah, Kushida get a good win. Hopefully, at least it's something. I'm not really sure, but at least he got a win. They then went to Tyler Breeze, who was hanging out at the Performance Center, of how, Performance Center pretty much made him and the first class that was in NXT at the time. Austin Theory pretty much came up there and says, "Hey, I'm Tyler Breeze. I remember you. I watched you on Proving Ground when I was in high school." And he says, "Listen, man, I know you didn't end up a star like you were supposed to be. You could have hoped for, but you didn't get it." Tyler Breeze ended up taking a picture of him. He says, "You just take a picture of me?" He says, "Yeah, you look really good for a flash in the pan." That was actually a good line right there for walking off. So expect a Tyler Breeze and Austin Theory match coming up soon. Next, Rhea Ripley coming out. Pretty much they got to promote WrestleMania, which honestly, I do want to say something before I get into the whole Ripley segment. Now, I'm sure everyone has been hearing about this whole coronavirus thing that's been going around. Because right now, I'm sitting there wondering, I know they got to promote WrestleMania like I just said before, but sometimes I wonder now, is there even going to be a WrestleMania in the next few weeks? Because this whole coronavirus thing is really canceling a lot of stuff right now. And I sat there thinking to myself, is there even going to be an NXT during that weekend, anything? Because from all the stuff I'm seeing get canceled in like the past few weeks now, is this. Now, I'll just say this. Do I think this whole virus thing is somewhat being blown up out of proportion in a way, in fear-mongering? Yes, it is. Now, I'm not going to... I'm not going to sit here and say I don't take it seriously. Now, I don't get that. That doesn't mean I'm still cautious. Now, I know everybody's been saying, wash your hands, make sure you're healthy, stay clean and everything. I do that on the regular and take vitamins and whatnot too. But I'm still cautious to what's going on, because what have I been hearing tonight? What, there's a travel ban now in Europe, and I know a lot of fans from Europe come to WrestleMania, so I don't know if they're going to be able to make it out there. Or what, the NBA just got suspended tonight. The rest of the season is just suspended right now. And then E3 got canceled, okay? That shocked me. I'm like, E3, y'all can't really get this contained by June? So you gonna stop E3? I can't see no press conference. Y'all got a PS5 and an Xbox coming out this year. What about that? I don't even know what to say about that right now. And then it's what, Tom Hanks now has the virus now, which that I don't know. I don't even know what to think about that. So it's just like the more and more stories I hear. And right now in Illinois, it's not as bad as it is. I know they've said it's been a couple cases and whatnot. But I sit there wondering now, how much stuff are they going to cancel? Because The only promotions I know that said they're going to keep going, I know WrestleMania one way or another is going to keep going because XFL games are still going. They're going to be doing empty arena games, basically. Even I heard Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune had to film without studio audiences, but the show still did continue because even AEW put out a statement saying that we're still going to do our shows despite this whole virus thing outbreak going on right now, okay? Now, could it be a WrestleMania where it's like an empty arena match? Yeah, don't get me wrong, because one thing I know about Vince, the show is going to go on one way or another. We got to do like if Rock and Mankind in 99 or something and do a whole empty arena match in front of 80,000 seats, then so let it be if that's the case. But here's the thing, if you cancel WrestleMania, you cancel many wrestling shows throughout that weekend too. So what? You can move the Hall of Fame or you can move NXT, but there's a lot of shows I know going on. When it comes to WrestleMania weekend, it's like what, 100 wrestling shows going on during that time, and that's from any promotion. It could be Ring of Honor, it can be Impact, New Japan, MLW, GCW, whatever indie promotion is out there on right now that I probably don't know about, NWA, any type of thing, okay? So there's a lot, and I mean a lot of promotions going on right now, alright? So, I'm just saying, if you cancel WrestleMania, it's going to hurt a lot of revenue to a lot of things. Because, hey, it's already hurting New Japan right now, okay? They canceled a whole tournament. New Japan Cup, no New Japan Cup. No anniversary show. So, I just wanted to say something about this whole coronavirus and everything. I'm not saying don't take it seriously, like still be careful, whatever, wash your hands or whatnot, but just some of the things I've been seeing throughout the past few weeks, and especially today, I'm sitting there wondering, like, what else about to get canceled, huh? Because it's like everything is getting canceled. Either you ain't going to school, or you ain't going to work, or you canceling whatever type of big event that is up right now, okay? So, whatever you were seeing on TV, or anything you trying to go to, South by Southwest, that shit just getting canceled left and right. So we'll see if WrestleMania even happens in the next few weeks. I really am kind of wondering about that right now. So I just wanted to speak on that real quick, just because it's been going around up and down the block almost, I don't even know how long, but stuff has just been, I'm just saying, everything has just been getting canceled all over the place, okay? So it's just been kind of crazy if you ask me, alright? But yeah, man, I was shocked that E3 was canceled. That was kind of a little like, really? Y'all cannot get that contained by June. Alright? You can't get it contained by June? I don't know. I'm just saying. Alright? I'm just saying. But moving on though, like I said, to still pretty much promote WrestleMania, Rhea Ripley came out after knocking Charlotte down on Monday. Pretty much said it was great to knock the queen off of her throne and stuff, and pretty much teach her a lesson and everything. Charlotte's music hit. Charlotte came out. Fans chanted, "You don't go here." Charlotte said, "Listen, I made here, okay?" And before she could even keep talking, fans chanted, "Go back to Raw, go back to Raw." And pretty much talked about, listen, at WrestleMania, we know you're going to have like 80,000 people behind you and everything, but you will not be able to handle this. Charlotte pretty much got in the ring right after and pretty much told Ripley, "You're going to be in deep waters and I'm going to drown you." The fastest rising star in WWE right now. Charlotte tried to get in, but Ripley attacked her. There was a bit of a brawl. Charlotte got the upper hand with the big boot and went for the figure four, but Ripley kicked out of it. Charlotte ended up pulling Ripley pretty much her leg and put her in the figure four, and then on the ring post, pretty much tearing the knee and everything, as Charlotte pretty much stepped on her, holding up the title and everything. So, I thought you were ready. So, this does get Charlotte heat, of course, especially going into WrestleMania. So that should happen on Raw last night. We got to keep building up this feud. So this does put some good heat on Charlotte right now. Then it went to a video package with Walter, of course, talking in his language. I honestly don't know what language he speaks. I don't know if it's German or not, but I need to look that up. But, of course, he talked about being a UK champion. But then they went to Finn Balor pretty much holding the passport saying that lies travel faster than truth. So It's already been announced that Finn Balor will be on that UK show tomorrow. I don't really watch the NXT UK show in general, but I will go check it out since Finn Balor is going to be showing up there tomorrow. I'm like, oh, passport? I guess someone's making a trip to the UK NXT, so get ready for that. Oh, now this segment. This segment right here. Me and Yem walk in the parking lot. Excited about this ladder match coming up. Next thing you know, almost gets hit by a car. For some reason, these random guys that had masks on that look like luchadors in all black, almost like ninja style, just take Raul Mendoza in the parking lot, grab him by his arms. It didn't even look like they dragged him there, like he just kind of agreed to get in there. They put him in the car and they drove off. And I sat there and looked at this segment. You know what this reminded me of? It reminded me, if you remember a while ago, TNA, Samoa Joe. He got thrown into a random van one time when JB was trying to do an interview. Jeremy Borash, and then again, he works in this company right now anyways. He probably came up with this segment. But now we have people getting kidnapped on NXT. So these random dudes in lucha masks showed up, grabbed Raul Mendoza, who didn't even look like he put up a fight, and he got thrown inside a car. So they had to copy. That's the only thing other thing I could really relate that to that, okay? Basically, they got copied what TNA did. Now, this guy comes back in the next few weeks with some giant, like, knife and a tribal tattoo or something and did like Samoa Joe did when he was hunting guys down like the Main Event Mafia and Scott Steiner, then we'll see what happens from that. But basically, it's just like Samoa Joe back then. He got kidnapped, thrown into a random van. A few weeks later, then he's got Taz as his manager, and they're hunting down the Main Event Mafia at the time, and then he joined Main Event Mafia. I don't remember the whole Main Event Mafia storyline that well, but that's similar to what I feel like what's going on right now. These random lucha guys just kidnapped him, and no one stopped it. And it looked like they beat him up and dragged him. It was just like, hey, come on. Just grabbed him by his arm, threw him in the truck, and gone. Do we have security? I don't know. Tegan Knox went against Deonna Purrazzo, another qualifying match. Nothing really to say from here. Knox ended up dodging up the armbar and hitting Purrazzo with the Shiniest Wizard. I'm surprised Purrazzo was even in a qualifying match because I don't know any other match she wrestles on this show, to be honest. So, honestly, I've barely even seen her wrestle on this show, so there wasn't really much to say from here. Tegan Knox moves on in the tournament, okay? Undisputed Era came out, getting ready for their tag match against the Broserweights until Velveteen Dream's music hit. He was standing in the crow's nest, talking about the 4 little men in the ring right now in the Performance Center. And it's time to talk about Adam Cole. It's about the NXT title, he says. Because this is never about Roderick Strong. I don't care about Roderick Strong or his family and everything. These are just tights, okay? These are faces on his tights. So basically, I guess he was not trying to fuck his wife or anything or take his family. He just did what he could to get to Adam Cole to get a title shot. Because Roderick Strong is dumber than he looks, as Velveteen Dream says. And he said that at TakeOver, he wants a match. Okay, for the title. But Cole says, you have not earned anything. I will be the longest reigning NXT champion next week because there will be a celebration for that. And that no one is going to stop him. And he told Ryder, hey, how about we go up there and take him down right now? And he says, in your dreams, snaps his fingers. The Broserweights come out for the tag match. So yes, Broserweights versus Red Dragon then. Great match. Of course, a lot of commercials, but still, great match, okay? One thing I did like, I mean, one of the crazy things, I think before they went to commercial, though, was, Riddle, he took down Adam Cole, he did like a big dive on all the Undisputed Era outside, and then next thing you know, he threw Adam Cole into the ring. Pete Dunne pretty much falls to the ground, and kind of pulls an Eddie Guerrero in a way, like smacks his hands real loud like this, falls to the ground, and then the referee looks, and he ends up kicking both Adam Cole and Roderick Strong out of the ring. Then that actually was pretty funny right there. It's like, nope, you gotta go. No. You see that he hit him. So it's almost like they put an Eddie Guerrero right there. It just became a tag team match then. But sooner or later throughout this match, then I think Red Dragon they tried to do total elimination on Riddle, but they got hit by a double spear. The GYD came out, the Grizzled Young Veterans, ended up trying to distract the referee. Pretty much helping Undisputed Era, trying to get the roll up on him, but it did not work. Riddle ended up pretty much doing a back body drop on Fish onto GYV on the outside. Broserweights ended up hitting Kyle O'Reilly with the GT Gurry, I like to call it, because like a GTS Insaguri at the same time. So I'm going to call it the GT Gurry right now. And kicking Kyle O'Reilly, pretty much still retaining the tag team champions. So, great match. I will say that. A lot of commercials, but still, a great match, though, between Undisputed Era or Red Dragon and the Broserweights out there. Obviously, GYD is getting involved, so one of the two things is this. A, we get GYD versus the Broserweights for the tag team titles at NXT TakeOver Tampa, or maybe it's a triple threat tag team title match. Red Dragon, I don't know why Chasing the Dragon feels like a regular move when it's a finisher move. GYD and Broserweights for the tag titles. One of those things could happen, but since the Undisputed Era lost here, I don't know if they're getting those title shots now. But in the final segment, we got Tommaso Ciampa coming out. Pretty much talk about Gargano. He said you were supposed to deliver on your promise and you didn't. And next thing you know, they show Gargano. He was in the boardroom, it looked like, pretty much talking about Ciampa, that you're one of the worst people in NXT history. You're a terrible person. All because you come back. Everybody wants to start chanting Ciampa's daddy's home after 6 months. They all think you're the guy. Ciampa ended up walking, pretty much going at the Gargano, while Gargano was still sitting in that boardroom doing his promo. But he ended up seeing he ended up seeing Ciampa then. Both guys just pretty much start brawling all over the office then, throwing each other through walls, throwing pencils at each other, fighting all the way through the medical area then, pretty much throwing a whole bunch of, medic gear look like, and security tried to get involved, and they ended up fighting in the gym part of the Performance Center, which Ciampa got thrown through some glass then. Almost thought it was real glass, but most likely sugar glass. Referees kept trying to break it up. Gargano got the upper hand, throwing him over the titer. Pretty much trying to hit him with like some weights and everything, but Ciampa ended up taking the weight and hitting up Gargano with it. He took a weight and then threw it at Gargano, but ended up hitting the glass then. Gargano's trying to get out of the gym area then after that. Ciampa ended up pretty much fighting him back into the crowd, taking a chair and almost running with his knee, smashing it through some barricade, like while landing on mostly a whole bunch of WWE security guys right there. As he pretty much took Gargano then and was trying to powerbomb through a table, but it didn't work. Gargano still kept getting away. They fought up to the crow's nest then, pretty much super kicking each other. Referee tried to stop it. It did not work. Gargano pretty much had Ciampa then kicking him and was going to throw him over it. But he tried to do Gargano's escape on him then right after. And before he could throw him and say, it's going to be a teachable moment, he wanted everybody to see. Ciampa ended up grabbing him, hit with the air raid crash from the top of the crow's nest to the table as William Regal pretty much came on to check on him, and that show ended from there. So a crazy brawl, of course, between Ciampa and Gargano. They got found one way or another to make this look more crazy after, Johnny and his try-hard promo last week. They got to do some way to spice more this feud up. Like I said, this feud is in reverse. I already had my things I said about before. I really don't need to see this feud again, but this was a really good brawl, and they tried to use the Performance Center as much as they could than using Full Sail University like they usually do when fighting around over there. So at least we got to see more of the Performance Center, almost like a tour if you look like. You get the boardroom, you get the medic room, or the trainer's area. Then you got where everybody works out at and just starts using the weights and stuff, fighting yourselves all the way back into the crowd and stuff, okay? And we got a crazy big finish. But NXT Performance Center edition was really good. The Gargano and Ciampa brawl was really good. Broserweights and Red Dragon there put on a really good match. Dreams coming after Cole. We got the qualified matches. Keith Lee and Grimes there put on a really good match also. For some reason, we get kidnapping now in NXT. Trying to copy TNA if you ask me. But there's now random kidnappings right now in NXT for some reason. Mass luchadors. Anything else that happened on this show? That was kind of noteworthy though. Yeah, I think I've covered everything that needed to be covered through it. Oh, yeah, Charlotte attacking Ripley on the show, too. Pretty much trying to build more into WrestleMania and everything. Hopefully there is a WrestleMania during that time. But, hey, I don't know how this whole virus thing is going on right now. But that don't mean I'm still cautious over that stuff. Other than my rant from earlier, check out my review check out anything else that's going on right now. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Tell me what you think about NXT tonight or any other review that is up right now, from Raw to Impact to AEW or anything from NXT or any other video that is up right now that you need to check out, okay? So other than that, I'm done with this review for NXT this week. Performance Center edition. I'm sure we will be back in Full Sail University by next week, since it's not the, Performance Center again. So other than that, I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.